we have this whole thing that's just beginning to kind of take place, and we see all of these different forms of worship taking place in Acts chapter 2. Now, this is why it's so important. I know some of you are probably sitting here going, well, what has this got to do with me? I mean, okay, so you've defined worship for me. What's so great about all of that? And here's why this is so important for us to understand. That worship, authentic worship, is a response to God. Is because if we leave here this morning, if we come into this building this morning and we listen to the songs, we even sing the songs, and we pray the prayers, and we listen to the preaching of the Word, and then we maybe even drop something in the offering bucket, and then we walk out of here, and if we do all of those things and walk out of here, and none of that has been in response to what God is doing in our life, then that's not worship. You haven't worshiped God. You've gone to church. That's all you've done. You've walked into a building and you sang the songs that were on the lyric and they meant nothing in here. You bowed your head when the preacher prayed and it meant nothing in here. And you came and you listened to the sermon because somebody beside you wanted you to come to church and it meant nothing in here. There was no response to God. You see how important it is that we understand that true worship, authentic worship, is a response to what God is doing in our very hearts, what God is doing in our life. Anything outside of that is just dead church activity. I don't know what you would call it, but it's not worship. If you're not singing these songs, thinking about all that God has done in your life, if you're not singing these songs and placing yourself in a fellowship with God, then it's not worship. It's just singing a song. We can sing songs driving down the road, listen to the radio. Worship is a response to a holy and righteous God moving in our life. Worship is when love is taken over and something happens and there's life transformation and we desire God. We don't desire to look at our watch and wonder when this crazy man's going to be done. It's all about God. It's not about the guy on the stage. It's about God, what God is trying to teach me today. It's about what we're going to sing about, the lyrics that we sing. It's about my life being that. That's worship.